on. This is history. What you've done with the show.
You guys have built a platform that influences.
It's the world's most dangerous morning show.
Wake the f*** up, Breakfast Club.
DJ Envy.
Envy playing my record, I made it.
Charlamagne the God.
The God will get you.
What made you think that your liking of controversial questions would take his part?
I like this show.
This is my favorite show.
Thanks, Breakfast Club.
Good morning, USA.
Yo 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 yo.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Monday.
Yes, and we are back.
I don't even know how I'm supposed to, get back into the groove of things today.
Does this thing work?
I don't even remember what I do. Does my mouth still work? What's happening? Your friendly neighborhood bad guys are back on the air, man. Year 14. Dropping the clues bombs for year 14 of the Breakfast Club, damn it.
Did we say Happy New Year?
It don't matter no more.
A Happy New Year to everybody out there. This is our first day back off of vacation.
Man, what a vacation it was, too.
Yeah, you went out the country, right?
Yeah, I was in the beautiful country of Zanzibar. Mm-hmm. I like it's a little... I guess you would call it a ritual. You know what I mean? Not an Illuminati ritual, okay, but a ritual where I like to bring the New Year's in on the motherland, in Africa. Last year I did Ghana. This year I did Zanzibar. I was in Zanzibar. I was actually in Zanzibar the whole holidays.
Yeah?
Like before Christmas.
Wow.
Yeah. I was there before Christmas and came back a couple days after New Year.
Kids didn't mind Christmas out the country? No, they were cool with it?
No. What do they care when they get what they want anyway? You know what I'm saying? Like, does it really matter? Does Christmas matter? Does it matter where you spend Christmas? No. No. As long as the kids get what they want, which was one gift this year.
We did Christmas last year in Disney, and the only thing my kids missed was the grandparents, because my grandparents didn't come to Disney.
Oh, okay.
But this year, the whole crib, everybody was at the house, and we just enjoyed it, man. We had a great Christmas and a family vacation.
But that's what life is about. Life is about making new traditions.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? So for me, that's a new tradition. And I love going out the country because, when you go out the country, you start to realize, how big, your platforms are here in the States. Right. You know what I mean? Like, there's a show in Tanzania, Zanzibar. They say it's the biggest radio show out there, and it's called Power Breakfast.
Power
It's
Breakfast?
called Power Breakfast.
Oh, wow.
So salute to dropping the clues bombs for the Power Breakfast show in Tanzania, Zanzibar. And, you walk around and you talking to people and they're coming up to you, talking to you about things that they've heard you say, and they're showing me video clips of things they've watched on YouTube, whether it's from Breakfast Club or Brilliant Idiots or Daily Show, or, you hear them talking about people they enjoy. Like, I had my man Johnson was talking to me about Dr. Umar.
He liked Dr. Umar?
He liked Dr. Umar a lot. He just don't understand why Dr. Umar don't want him to be with no snow bunny.
Okay.
And this is a brother from Tanzania, Zanzibar.
He had a snow bunny?
I don't know if he had a snow bunny.
Okay,
I ain't getting
all
all that, but I'm just assuming from the way he talked about Dr. Umar, and then he enjoyed Dr. Umar, but he said, I just don't understand the snow bunny thing. I don't understand the whole not being with a white woman thing. That's
all he didn't.
That's what he didn't get. That's what he didn't get.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. But it just reminds you that we don't have time for small talk.
That's right.
Okay, especially in 2024. The world is listening.
That's right. All right. Well, let's get the show cracking. When we come back, we got front page news. Tesla and Figaro will be joining us, and then we got to talk about your Cowboys.
The team that's on the way to the Super Bowl?
I knew he was going to say that.
That team?
And I told you my Giants was going to beat Philly one of those times.
But we didn't need the Giants to do that. Thank you that the Giants did that, but Philly stunk it up the last end of the season.
Yeah, they sure did.
The last month, they was garbage.
Yeah, they sure did.
Garbage.
Sorry, Eddie, our producer who's a Eagles fan. All right, well, let's get to front page news next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get some front page news. Good morning, Tez.
Good morning, DJ Envy. Good morning, Charlamagne the God. Happy New Year, guys.
Peace,
Glad
man.
to see you.
Let's jump right into the sports. Over the weekend, a lot of NFL. Steelers beat the Ravens 17-10. Texans beat the Colts. The Lions beat the Vikings. Titans beat the Jaguars. Saints beat the Falcons. The Jets beat the Patriots. The Bengals beat the Browns. The Buccaneers beat the Panthers. The Packers beat the Bears. The Cowboys beat the Commanders. The Raiders beat the Broncos. And the Giants beat the Eagles. Also, the Rams beat the 49ers. Seahawks beat the Cardinals. And Bills beat the Dolphins last night.
And very important to note that the Dallas Cowboys are the NFC East champions. Drop on the clues bombs for us, please. Okay. Number 2 seed in the whole NFC conference. Okay, and last night Dak Prescott said, I don't want that NFC East hat. I got my eyes on something bigger. And you know what the bigger is, the Super Bowl. Okay? Vegas, Usher, here we come. All right?
Okay.
Vegas, Usher, here we come. Dallas Cowboys against whoever in the Super Bowl.
I've heard that before, that you guys are going to the Super Bowl. But also, salute to Draymond Green. He is officially been reinstated by the NBA after a 12-game suspension. So Draymond Green will be playing, I'm sure, this week.
Drop on the clues monster Draymond Green. I can't wait to see him choke somebody else out again. All right? All right, Draymond, don't you ever change. Okay, don't listen to these people. You need enforcers in this world. You need enforcers in that business. He is the last enforcer. Okay?
Now let's talk about Alaska Airlines.
Yes, the FFA is grounding the Boeing 737 after a door detached. I don't know if you guys saw that
I did.
happen. It was crazy. Let's go to CBS for the report.
Horror in the air as a plug door blew off this plane while it was 16,000 feet in the sky.
Seattle, Alaska, 1282, district pressure, we're declaring emergency. We need to descend down to 10,000.
The 171 passengers and 6 crew members on board the aircraft Friday evening were headed to Ontario, California. Videos taken from inside the plane show passengers appearing calm.
I heard like a big bang, and then I looked to my left, and there's this huge chunk, part of the airplane, just like missing.
There was a kid in that row who his shirt was sucked off him and out of the plane.
No serious injuries were reported.
Could this have been much worse?
If this had happened at higher altitude, the odds are it could have been a whole lot worse.
Wow.
What in the Spirit Airlines?
That's crazy.
What's the point? What's the point of Alaska Airlines? Do they only go to Alaska?
No, they don't. They go everywhere, actually. I flew on Alaska Airlines before. They go everywhere.
Really?
Yeah, they go international as well.
Yeah, it's just certain airlines, I don't even consider. Like Spirit, Southwest, Alaska Airlines.
Alaska Airlines is usually not that bad.
I don't even consider them. Just because they say Alaska Airlines. I'm like, I ain't never been to Alaska and don't plan to go.
Well, let's keep Southwest out of it. But these Boeing 737s, they're also in United Airlines, and so they have delayed. They said look for some delays because they've basically landed all of those planes. And this particular plane has only been in operation for a couple of months, so they may have something to do with it as well.
Did they say how this happened? Like, what caused the window just to blow out?
Well, it was a door.
A door?
It was a door that was detached, and they said they do not know. They're doing the investigation. It was a door that was not an operational door, so it was just kind of there, and I believe she said it was something to just give people more room. So it was a door that wasn't even necessary to be there, and it's something that's new. Like I said, new on this plane. They're doing the investigation to see why. And they also said, you heard them talk about how much worse it could have been. Imagine if, the stewardess were up and walking around and, getting people going back and forth to the restroom. And so kind of gave you a new reason to think about seatbelts, because she was saying it was good that everybody had on their seatbelt. But then you also saw that the wind, it pulled the chair, the headrest off. So I don't know how much a seatbelt would have been able to be helpful. But yeah, they're doing the investigation now.
Where were they traveling to? Do we know?
Yes, they were on their way to
Ontario, I think, Canada.
Yes.
Lucky they wasn't going to Florida or Georgia somewhere, because boy, some wigs would have been flying off on them soon as that door opened. Okay, we'd have tested it. We'd have got to see how strong some of that wig glue is if that would have happened if they was on the way to Florida or Georgia or somewhere.
But I flew Alaska Airs before. They have first class. They have great sections. It's actually, when I flew there, it was a cool airline. I didn't have any problem with it, but I don't know if But it's not Alaska Airline. They're saying it's possibly the new jets that they put into circulation.
Yeah, it's
correct?
the jet. It's the Boeing 737. So look for some delays if you fly on United Airlines as well.
Somebody just ain't do their job. They got to make them doors as tight as them people wigs that was on that plane. Because if ain't no wigs flew off, then clearly those wigs was on tight. They got to put the doors on just as tight. And how many sky miles can you give me to make up for that?
I know that's right.
You know what I'm saying? I got to get free flights at least for the rest of 2024, right?
Yeah. Then imagine you the person right next to the door, though. Imagine
Lord
you that person.
Mercy.
You're looking outside.
Come on, man.
Nah.
Come on, man.
I need more than smiles. All right. Well, that is front page news. Thank you, Tez. We'll see you in a little bit. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up right now. We are back from vacation, so we are really here. This is not pre-taped. We are here.
Your friendly neighborhood bad guys are back. What's happening? It's
a new day. This is your time to get it off your chest. Wake up. Whether you're mad or blessed.
It's time to get up and get something.
Call up now. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Envy, what's going on, man? It's Mike from Detroit. I got a bone to pick with Uncle Charlamagne.
Mike, what up, though?
What's the bone that we busted y'all a couple weeks ago?
See, here you go already. You coming off spicy. I like it.
Very spicy.
Is that the bone that we busted the Detroit Lions ass 20-19 on Saturday, December 30th? Huh? Salute to the referees.
Hey,
Drop one of clues bombs to the referees.
Okay?
Okay.
That was BS, Mike. They stole that game from you, Mike. They stole that game from you, Mike.
Hey, look. As long as you said that, you and Jerry Jones and all y'all threw him a bone, but we'll see you. Matt Stafford coming back. We'll handle him real quick. And we back in Dallas, and best believe, when we win, I'm going to tweet you. I'm going to Instagram you. I'm calling. I might even pull up.
Listen, y'all, here's the thing.
Y'all
Not going to win because the fix is in, baby. Jerry Jones, he put a down payment on the Super Bowl a long time ago for 2023, 2024, okay?
Hello, who's this?
This is B.
Hey, what's up, B?
Hey, guys, we missed y'all so much. I hate when y'all go on vacation for 3 weeks, but I know it's necessary.
Very necessary.
So, but Charlamagne, I just want you should have known that Becker reported, and y'all should not have won that game against the Lions.
There's another Detroit in
Listen,
there
why you mad that the referees know who America's team is?
They said y'all ain't check in.
He checked in, and y'all know what? It is signs all over Detroit saying that the real record is 13-4 and that Becker reported. Y'all do this to us all the time. What is the problem here?
There is no problem.
We have not ever won a Super Bowl. We have never won anything. If we come this close, and y'all play us like that.
That's right.
Well, this not going to be y'all year this year either, okay?
Yes,
Dallas Cowboys, let's go.
Oh, my goodness. Hello, who's this?
Yo, what up? Yo, this is E from Brooklyn. Good morning, y'all.
Brooklyn, what up? What up, E? Get it off your chest.
Yeah, I just want to talk to y'all about that 737 Max plane. It's actually not just a 737. It's called a 737 Max.
Okay.
That plane was made cheaply. It was made to be on some budget type of stuff. And
really?
They was thinking more about quantity, trying to get money more than in quality. You know what I mean? If y'all remember, about 3 or 4 years ago, they had a bunch of 737s that was crashing, and that was because you remember that?
I remember that a couple of years ago. They had they grounded those for a while. Yep.
Yeah, that's the same 737 Max. Don't ride those because I don't be up in the air as much as y'all, but if y'all be up in the air like every weekend, and I think y'all should check the model. Oh, okay. Well, y'all travel way more than I do.
A lot, yep. So, E, how do you have this knowledge, E? You work for the airlines?
Nah, I don't work for the airlines. I used to work for a contractor, which I can't say. I'd rather not say, but I worked for a contractor that used to deal with the software.
Damn.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest.
Keep calling.
800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
What's happening?
Yes.
Get it off your chest.
I really like connecting with y'all.
We out here.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I just want to get off my chest. It's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5. Like, you gotta do what you gotta do to get to where you need to be. Hey, do what you gotta do. People be trying to downplay 9 to 5. Like, it's not what's popping no more. But I just got off my 9 to 5. My 9 to 5 is getting me a crib. It's getting me a car. So yeah, people out there, do your thing with your 9 to 5.
I bet you making more money at your 9 to 5 than these so-called entrepreneurs are making that own their own businesses that don't have no boss.
That's facts.
No, for real. But hey, if you want to be an entrepreneur, it's working for you. Like, do what works for you. Everybody be seeing stuff on the internet, and they be like, "Ooh, let me do this." But like I said, be your own person.
Do what works for you.
It's such a ridiculous narrative when people are ashamed to have a job nowadays. You know what I mean? Like one of the things that I've always encouraged people to do is, man, go to trade school, pick up a trade, because we need people out here that know how to do HVAC. We need people out here that know how to be electricians. We need plumbers. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's the truth.
We need contractors. We need these people who know how to do things with their hands. And guess what? Y'all always gonna eat.
Yeah, no.
Always.
Think about it right now. It's wintertime, and who's probably one of the first people on the phone lines? The HVAC guy to make sure the heat works.
That's right.
The plumber to make sure that the pipes don't freeze.
That's right.
Or mechanics to make sure your car's running through the winter. So absolutely positive.
I got to get my oil changed today.
Okay.
All right. I'm literally going to go get my oil changed today. And guess what? I'll be having to get my oil changed every other month. Mm-hmm. So clearly, they always eating.
That's right. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. When we come back, we got a lot to discuss. Let's start off with Cat Williams. He had some interesting things to say about a couple of his peers. And we'll get into that next. So don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy.
I'm gossiping.
This is the Rumor Report.
I mean, I guess we on The Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
Right. All right, now let's start off with Cat Williams. Cat Williams sat down with Shannon Sharp on Club Shay
Club
Shay.
Shay.
It was 2 hours and 45 minutes long, and I think Cat Williams came at damn near everybody. And when I mean everybody, I mean everybody. Well, he started off...
His peers from his
well, not just his
class.
peers. Not just his peers.
Who else?
He went at rappers. Well, we'll get into some of it. At first, he started with Cedric the Entertainer, saying that Cedric the Entertainer stole his jokes.
1998, I'm doing this joke. It's on Comic View. Cedric comes to the Comedy Store. He watches me in the audience. He comes backstage. He tells me what a great job I did and how much he loves the joke. 2 years later, he's doing that as his last joke on the Kings of Comedy. And he's doing it verbatim. He's just changed my car into a spaceship. Him and Steve had already apologized for me, so I gave him a pass for a decade. Why would you sit here and be like, I saw Cat 30 times. I would have bust Cedric's stomach. There was nothing that would have kept me from one of these in that patch right there. Like, are you kidding me? Why would you downplay me like that?
I don't know if Cedric stole the joke or not, but stealing jokes is very common, and comedians calling out other comedians for stealing jokes is very common.
Well, Cedric said he didn't steal that joke. He said he did that years before he even knew who Cat Williams was. Well, Cat Williams also spoke about Steve Harvey.
The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had. Now Steve got a sitcom where he the principal and he wear a suit and then he gets this high top fade, making all black men think he got the best lineup in the business, and it's a man unit. Then you ask him, why you not a movie star? I didn't want to be a movie star. This the same Negro that hated on Bernie with this same thing. I didn't want to be a movie star. No, you couldn't be a movie star. There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asks for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good, baby, and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none. You would have to have range.
Damn.
I mean, that's kind of, I understand what Cat is trying to say, but I mean, didn't Steve, hasn't he defeated that? Because he's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Yeah. So it's clearly somebody like the country bumpkin.
Well, a lot of people do.
Right.
A lot of he has a lot of shows out there right now.
The biggest thing that, what he talked about just now was the man unit.
What the hell's a man unit?
With the hair, man, the flat top. Was the flat top removable?
Was it fake?
I don't know. I never thought about it.
You could have just attach it on.
I never thought about
how
it.
Will it?
Did they have those type of units in the 90s?
I don't know.
I don't know.
How well do you think that flat top would have stayed on in the Alaska Airlines? You think that flat top would have stayed on?
All right. Dropping the clues bombs for Steve Harvey, man.
Absolutely. What up? Now he also talks about Kevin Hart.
In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show.
I do.
There being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to L.A. and in his first year in L.A. he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words. He just did his documentary with Chris Rock where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing?
I talked about that on Brilliant Idiots last week, but man, we all witnessed Kevin Hart's come up. You know what I mean? Even when he got Soul Plane and Soul Plane flopped, when he got the NBC sitcom and the NBC sitcom flopped, he was back in those comedy clubs, you know, putting in the work. And like one thing that I always said that I loved that Kevin did, everybody who would come to his show, whether it was 10 people, 100 people, 200 people, he would collect their emails. And he started sending out a newsletter. And that newsletter is what helped him to continue to grow his audience even more, to the point where we watched him here in New York City sell out Caroline's 12 times.
Yeah, I think that's why we always say Kev is a friend to the room. He's a real friend to the room because we actually see him start from the beginning and do Caroline's and do these other smaller clubs. And we've seen his motion. We've seen it grow into who he is, right? What he is now. So we've actually seen it. We've seen it with him. I've seen it with Donnell Rawlins. I've seen it with Little Duval. Absolutely. I've seen it with so many different comedians that we've actually seen from the ground up. And
Soul Plane wasn't Kev's first movie. Like, you got movies like Paper Soldiers, you got Death of a Dynasty.
Soldiers,
Like Dame Dash was seeing Kevin Hart in those comedy clubs back in the day and putting Kevin in movies way before Soul Plane, at least a couple of years before Soul Plane.
That's right. So if you're just joining us, we're talking about Cat Williams. We're in the rumors, of course. He was on Shannon Sharp's show, Club Shay Shay, and he just was going at everybody, including Ludacris.
Are you related to Luda?
No. So there was a crossroads where we were both invited to an Illuminati thing, and it had to be one or the other of us, and decisions had to be made. So it was both of us. We were equal. One of us had to cut off all their hair and couldn't do the sideburn thing no more with the points. And the next person, they said, was going to get $200 million because they were going to pay him $10 million a movie to do 20 movies. And that's how the conversation happened. One of those persons turned out to be Ludacris, and the other person turned out to be Cat Williams. Now, one person ended up with a light-skinned, ugly-faced wife that's never done it. Remember I told you that if I say that, it applied to 7 people? Yes. It's part of what they give you.
Here's the thing. Cat Williams won with this interview, all right? Because Shannon Sharp won with this interview. Drop one of Clues bombs for both of them. Club Shay Shay, right? And I think Cat's going on tour, the Dark Matters tour. I think tickets are on sale now. But here's the thing. If you look at this interview as just entertainment, fine. It was clearly very entertaining. But for those who hear stories like the Ludacris story or listen to the industry plant stuff, if you're looking at this interview as something more, because 2024 is the year of exposure, and it's the year of truth telling about the industry and the year of telling truth about celebrity, well, let me ask you a question. When it comes to the industry, when it comes to Hollywood, when it comes to, you know, calling out a system, when are y'all going to start calling out the people who really control things? Amen. When are y'all gonna start, when y'all gonna start calling out folks with the real power? Because contrary to the nigga net's popular belief, the real power isn't coming from any of those Negroes Cat was talking about. So when are folks gonna start calling out the white people who are in these positions of power, these real positions of power? I don't believe in any of that industry plant stuff, but if there are industry plants, how come we always go after the plant and not the planters? If folks is out here putting black people in dresses or making folks do sexual favors in return for roles or whatever, why are we not calling those executives out? The people who finance the projects, the studio heads, the people who finance these scripts. How come we not calling them out? Because I know they not black. And for some reason, it's just very easy for us to always go at each other. But to me, that's a form of victim blaming. Call out the people with the real power. I know he called out Harvey Weinstein, but Harvey's in prison. You know what I mean? But there's still a whole system out here and a whole bunch of executives who still moving foul, and they not black. When they gonna start getting called out? Because once again, not one of those Negroes Cat was talking about got any real power.
Yeah, he also calls out so many different people, Jonathan Majors, Diddy, and Ye. But also, after the end of it, people were giving Shannon Sharp a little flack, so he said that it just wasn't about that. He's a conversationalist.
And what's disappointing to me, because there are people that do what you and I do, that had so much to say. And it's only because of jealousy. Because I guarantee you, if Cat was on their podcast and did exactly what he did on my podcast, they would have never said what they're saying. And what I always try to do is not talk over the guests. They come, okay, tell your side, tell your story. When was the time that I cut somebody off? Now you want me to cut him off. Man, but he going in. Okay?
I mean, that's the point of having that space where you can tell your truth. That's the whole point.
I mean, how can you call a cat out if you don't know what's true and what's not true? Like, how do you fact check someone's version of events? Like, Shannon's absolutely right. Like, you can't fact check someone's versions of events if you don't know, if what he's saying is true or not. Yeah. Like, only thing I could have pushed back on from the clips I heard is what he said about Kev, in regards to Kev not telling on the shows. But other than that, how do you push back if you wasn't there?
No, talking about that man's wife, could have pushed back on that.
Well, that's just you saying, hey, don't talk about the man's wife.
Yeah, but
that's not a fact check.
Yeah, true.
All I'm simply saying is when we gonna start calling out the white people who are in these positions of power? We always take a name at each other. But once again, I don't believe in the industry plant stuff. But if there are industry plants, how come we always go after the plant and not the planters?
All right.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, that is your rumor report. Now, when we come back, we got front page news. Teslin Figueroa will be joining us in the Breakfast Club. We back off vacation. We back. We live. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Good morning, Tez.
Good morning, DJ NV, Charlamagne the God.
Peace, Ted.
I'm going to start off with some quick sports. All right. Now, the Steelers beat the Ravens. Texans beat the Colts. Lions beat the Vikings. Jets beat the Patriots. The Titans beat the Jaguars, sent the Jaguars home. Saints beat the Falcons. The Bengals beat the Browns. Buccaneers beat the Panthers. Packers beat the Bears. The Cowboys beat the Commanders. The Giants beat the Eagles. The Raiders beat the Broncos. Seahawks beat the Cardinals. Rams beat the 49ers.
We are on our way to the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. Just want y'all to know that.
Oh, boy.
Okay, we are on our way.
How many times have you said that we are on our way to the Super Bowl?
Since 1996, every year.
Okay.
But that's what it means to be loyal to the soil. You know what I mean?
All right.
Yes. 1996 was our last Super Bowl.
Now, Draymond Green has officially been reinstated by the NBA after a 12-game suspension, so I'm sure you'll see Draymond this week.
One of my favorite players in the NBA might quite possibly be my favorite player because a lot of the things that Draymond Green does on the court, you really can't quantify. That's not the things that show up in the stat sheets. But everybody needs an enforcer, y'all. And he's the last enforcer. I was born in 1978. So I like Draymond Green style players. Okay? Salute to Draymond Green.
It's just that the NBA doesn't like those style players.
Or the NBA, because the NBA, turned into a different sport. But I come from the era where I loved the Charles Oakleys and the Anthony Masons and the Matt Bonds and the Steven Jacksons, the Ron Artestas of the world. I like what Draymond Green does. Salute to Draymond Green.
All right, well, let's jump right into it. Let's talk about the migrants in California.
Yeah, let's go to CBS for the report.
Also in the new year, California will become the first state to offer health insurance for all undocumented immigrants. Starting January 1st, residents without status, regardless of age, will qualify for Medi-Cal. Currently, anyone up to age 25 and adults 50 and older can receive full benefits, while others can receive emergency services under eligibility requirements. Approximately 700,000 undocumented residents between ages of 26 and 49.
So what does this mean exactly?
It means exactly that. They'll be getting undocumented immigrants who have an opportunity to get full health care. Now, last year, this is another part that people didn't know. They've always provided this for undocumented children since 2015. You heard the report also talk about those over 50. They actually started the over 50 to allow them access on last year. And now it is going to be fully available to undocumented immigrants for everybody now. So they're committing $4 billion, my apologies, to this new Medi-Cal expansion in California. So California's the first state to do this, and we'll see if other states will follow.
Are they doing
but I'm not surprised.
Are they doing this for veterans in California as well? Does veterans get free health care, and homeless people, do they get free health care as well?
Pretty much, if you can qualify for the Medi-Cal program, if you make a certain amount of income, a lower amount of income. So this is just allowing those who are poor, if you will, or make only a certain amount to be able to now qualify for, which anybody can in California, for that matter, to answer your question.
Yeah, that started January 1st of this year. All California residents who meet the income eligibility requirements, regardless of their immigration status, are eligible for full scope Medi-Cal benefits.
Mm-hmm. And the taxpayers pay for that, correct?
That's correct. $4 billion. Mm-hmm.
All right. Now let's discuss these 215 bodies found behind a Mississippi jail.
Yeah, now we've been covering this story, and you guys remember this on Front Page News. We had attorney Benjamin Crump on last year talking about this, and so now there has been a total of at least 215 bodies that have been found behind the Mississippi jail. Let's listen to Isaiah Carey on Fox 26 for the report.
An unsettling situation in Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi to be exact. It's been revealed 215 bodies were buried in unmarked graves behind a state jail in Jackson, of course. Attorney Ben Crump is now calling for an investigation. Families of the dead reportedly had no idea until last month. Some of them, those grave sites were only labeled by a number and a metal rod.
How the hell do they
That's
even...
crazy.
What was their reasoning for that?
Well, they said they could not contact, that the people did not have any known family. The families disagree. They said that they were not contacted at all. We covered the story, Front Page News again, and we talked about, how folks even had identification on them, and these families were still not contacted. So now they're looking for a federal investigation to see how this happened. And to be clear, this is, across the board as far as race is concerned. I was looking at people responding to this on social media, and so there are black people included, white people included. It's a multi-race thing that's happening in Mississippi. And I just kind of want to point this out. This was sent to me by several people. They were saying, this must be the distraction, and why we don't want people to pay attention is because everything else is happening on social media. And I just want folks to know that this story has been talked about. It's just been one of those things that only stay in the news cycle, unfortunately, for 24 hours.
Well, the reason they don't care about this story because there's no celebrity attached to it.
That's right.
I don't know when people are going to stop, lying to themselves and just realize that America is obsessed with celebrity, and usually if there's no celebrity attached to something, people don't care. Like they just don't.
Right.
And they need to stop. We need to stop lying to each other. We need to stop lying to ourselves.
You're exactly right. So they were like, oh, this must be the distraction. Let me just go ahead and say it. The Cat Williams story. Everybody said, oh, this is what they didn't want us to pay attention to, and they had us paying attention to Cat Williams. I said, no, this story has actually been in the news several times.
Who is they? When they say
these
things,
who they.
Like, who is they? No, y'all niggas choose to give y'all attention to what y'all choose to give y'all attention to. Like, it's really that simple.
Exactly.
And we like dysfunction. We like mess.
Yep.
We do, even though this is mess. 250 bodies found behind a Mississippi jail is mess.
People
like
like
celebrity mess. If it ain't no celebrity attached to the mess, folks don't really care.
Correct.
Be honest with yourselves, people.
Yeah, let's be honest about it. It was like, no, they've talked about it. You don't talk about it outside of when y'all see it, for one day. This will never stay in the media for 2 weeks straight. It will never get 10 billion views. Right. Which again, shout out to, again, people watch what they want to watch. But I hope and pray today that, these type of stories will be important enough, for folks to talk about ongoing.
Yeah, because like you said, the stories are out there, but it's up to us to amplify them.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
That's
like
right.
all of these things that we discuss, when things go viral, they don't just go viral. People amplify these stories, and that's what makes them go viral. So if you really care about these 215 bodies found behind a Mississippi jail, you'll amplify that story, and you'll have conversations about it the way you have conversations about any other celebrity-driven nonsense.
And shout out to the Breakfast Club. Shout out again to you guys. I just want to publicly say that for allowing, Front Page News to be a part of this platform, because this is important, to cover these things, even if it's, for a few minutes. So shout out to you guys again.
And you know what else, Tez? It's interesting, right? I bet you, because, the internet loves conspiracy theories. I love a good conspiracy theory, too. But I bet you if they were to do autopsies on these bodies, I bet you it's folks missing organs and all types of stuff.
That's big business. They always say that's big business.
I guarantee you, out of those 215 bodies, they did so much organ harvesting. That's what they need to look into. Do some autopsies on these bodies. I bet you they missing hearts and kidneys and livers and all types of stuff.
Yeah, when we did the story before, one of the bodies got exhumed. They asked the mother to come, be there for the body to get exhumed, and they did that when she wasn't there. We covered that before as well. They didn't even give her the respect to be there where they, lifted her son's body out the grave. So it's just a lot going on in Mississippi, a lot, across the board. And I hope we pay a little bit more attention to it.
All right. Well, that is Front Page News. Thank you, Tez.
Absolutely.
And make sure you follow Teslin Figaro on all social media platforms at Teslin Figaro, and subscribe to the Straight Shot No Chaser podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio Podcast Network.
All right. Now, when we come back, 800-585-1051, let's talk New Year's resolutions.
People still do those? That's the conversation we was having behind the scenes.
That's right.
Do people still do New Year's resolutions? I didn't do one.
I didn't do one either.
I try to make resolutions every day about my life, but I would love to know if people still do New Year's resolutions. Y'all still on that type of time?
Well, let's do it. Let's talk about it. 800-585-1051. We'll take your calls when we come back. Don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. If y'all talking about it, we talking about it. It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. If you're just joining us, we're talking about New Year's resolutions, all right? Do you guys still do them? Is that still a thing? I know every year, everybody used to do New Year's resolutions. I mean, me and the wife and the kids, we used to sit down and do New Year's resolutions. I don't think we've done that in like 3-4 years. Maybe before COVID was the last time we did it. We just don't do it anymore.
I haven't done it either, simply because every day of my life I'm doing the work on myself. You know, I talk to y'all all the time about, you know, doing therapy once a week, and, you know, I'm always working out. I'm always trying to eat right. Like, those aren't things that I do every 365 days. You know what I mean? Like, literally, I'm making new resolutions for myself every other day.
Yeah, I mean, it's the one that everybody always does. Everybody always says they're gonna go to the gym, but I go to the gym. Then everybody says they're gonna eat better. And what's another New Year's resolution that everybody always says? I don't know.
I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna stop smoking cigarettes. Like, I was looking up the top 10 resolutions actually
stop
last
drinking.
week. The first 2 top 10 resolutions are stop smoking and losing weight.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me look and see what the top 10 resolutions for 2023
has to be drinking. Has to be traveling more.
Oh, damn. I said 2023. It's 2024. What the hell am I talking about?
Yeah, it has to be drinking. Traveling more is a new one I've been seeing a lot.
Improve fitness. Drink less. Spend less time on social media. Yes, we need to disconnect from the worldwide nigga net. Lose weight. Give up smoking. Save money. Prioritize work-life balance. Spend more time with family.
Yes. Yeah. But those are all things, like you said, before COVID, we would all do that. But now, those are the things I try to do more. I try to spend more time with the family, of course. I don't smoke cigarettes. I just think that's a nasty habit. I stay off social media a lot. I guess those are, like you said, I guess those are things that I try to do daily to make sure that, you know.
Social media probably the biggest thing for me. Like, you know, and I don't be on social media that much, because all I got is Instagram. I don't have the TikTok. I don't have Facebook. I don't have Twitter. I don't be on none of those platforms. I have Instagram a lot. But not even just, I don't want to say social media, just the phone, period.
Right.
Like, disconnecting from the phone, putting the goddamn phone down. That's what I want to do more of in 2024. But I try to do that all the time now. So.
Yeah. But one thing I would say that I stopped doing a lot, I stopped watching as much TV. I don't watch that much TV anymore. I watch the games, of course, I watch my sports, but anytime I'm about to watch a show, or me and the wife's about to watch a show, we'll pull out the Monopoly board, we play Monopoly with the kids, or we play Taboo. My kids love Taboo. They love Taboo. You know, there's I guess it's like a sexy taboo, where they talk about, like, you know, you gotta, like, describe, like, testicles and sexual parts and things. It was. I mean, I didn't play that with the kids, but it was dope. Anyway,
why would the hell would you want to play that with the kids?
I said I didn't play that with the kids, but I said there's a version, an adult version that you can play with other adults and other couples.
Just learn how to talk to your kids about the birds and the bees. You don't got to play no damn taboo.
It wasn't that. It was a taboo version for adults. Anyway, let's go to
play Twister with Logan. That's nasty.
What's wrong with you, man?
That's nasty.
What's wrong with you, man? Hello, who's this?
What's going on, Envy? This is Rico from Jersey, man.
Rico, what's your last name, Rico?
What was that?
What's your last name?
My last name is Colon.
Colon. Okay, I seen colon or Cologne. Okay.
Nah, man, Rico Colon. Don't worry about it. People always tell me if they want me to act like they better pronunciate it right.
Okay, Rico.
No, it don't come up with the hyphenated on the O, but I get that all the time.
All right, Rico. Do you still do New Year's resolutions, Rico?
Absolutely, man. New Year's, new beginnings, new plans, new goals. Like, the newest goal is for my 49ers to, you know, go to the Super Bowl, not what Charlamagne talking about.
Yo,
but Rico, you can't do that yourself. Like, you can't have a New Year's resolution for your 49ers. It doesn't work like that, Rico.
Yeah, it doesn't, because I'm not the president and I'm not in control of it. Correct. But I could be faithful to it, and I could pray on it, you know, and hopefully that things will come along. Rico, that's what real fans do.
You think if you pray to God that your 49ers make it, you think God listens to you with your 49ers? With all the things going on in the world.
God is all about everything.
You're right.
He makes everything possible. But you know what? I just got to be faithful to it. Okay. And hopefully that this time around, it can happen. Believe and you will achieve. That's in everything we do.
That's right.
Okay. So Rico has a New Year's resolution for his 49ers to make the Super Bowl. Is that similar to your New Year's resolution with your Cowboys?
No. I've been saying that the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl for the past 25 plus years.
Goodness. Courtney!
What's up, y'all?
How you feeling, Courtney? Where you calling from?
I'm feeling good. I'm calling from Toledo, Ohio.
Okay, Ohio. We're talking New Year's resolutions. You still making them?
I'm not going to say I'm making New Year's resolutions. I think it's ridiculous to wait till January 1st to have self-discipline or self-motivation. It's just a little bit ridiculous. We moved on to our vision board.
I mean, I do think it's good that people make resolutions, especially if people are not healthy and they want to eat a little better, or they're a little overweight and they want to go to the gym, or...
I think y'all should stop lying to yourself.
But people start good, though.
No, they really don't.
It's ridiculous that you're waiting until January 1st. Why can't you do that December 12th? If you know you're overweight, you didn't become overweight
overnight.
I'm absolutely with you. That's my whole thing. That's why I say I try to do the work on myself all the time. I don't wait till a new calendar year to say I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. No.
Right. Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Kim from Mississippi.
Hey, Kim from Mississippi. We're talking New Year's resolutions.
Well, mine is to get a backbone, build my self-esteem, and not be a fool for anybody.
You said not be a fool to anybody?
Yes, especially a man, because I was dealing with one for 4 years, has never taken me anywhere, given me anything.
Okay. Well, what did you want from this man? Love wasn't enough?
Well, he really didn't love me. He said I was his safe haven. And, he lost his house. I let him stay with me for a year for rent-free. He didn't have to pay anything. And he said, until I'm not the typical type that he would go for, but I am his safe haven.
Damn, do you still speak to this man?
I do, but...
You just told me your New Year's resolution was not to speak to him, and you're speaking to him already.
No, it was not to be a fool for him, because I did a lot for him.
Lord have mercy. No. I need you to be honest with yourself right now.
All right, okay.
You let that man hit raw, and that man blew in your bunkie, and you've been crazy ever since. Tell the truth.
Jesus.
Well, yeah, for 4 years.
See? Okay. Okay. Just be honest. Don't call up here talking to me about no New Year's resolutions. That man D has been driving you crazy since 2020?
Yeah, 2020.
Yeah, 20.
During the pandemic. You had that pandemic penis. You was sheltering in place with him, huh? What was it?
Safe haven.
What they have us doing during COVID? I don't forgot. Quarantining.
Well, I was working. He wasn't during that time, so.
Oh, so he was. Oh, you had D at home on command. He was cleaning up the house, probably cooking and giving it to you whenever you wanted.
He said it was a safe haven.
Yeah, for me, because I helped him. I mean, I was helping him. I helped him. I'm going without now because I just helped him get in a place.
And you suffering.
Just so he can get out of mine.
So what do you need us to do, ma'am? What are you calling up here for? What are we supposed to tell you?
I don't know. Somebody just pray for me. Y'all have any counselors up there today? I need a backbone.
Once you let somebody hit you can't un-F them. That's all. Look at you. She had a little feeling in her stomach just now, just thinking about it.
No, I did, because he's been offering to me since he left, and I've been declining, so I'm okay.
All right. We'll see how long you're declining for.
Hey, Valentine's Day right around the corner.
Damn. And my birthday is January the 16th, Capricorn.
Lord, and you're going to want birthday sex. I'm not. I'm going to pray for you, but I don't like wasting God's time, because I know what you're going to do.
I'm not going to do it this time.
Yeah, all right. I'm rooting for you. I don't believe you, but I'm rooting for you.
Thank you. That's all I need.
All right. Goodbye, Kim. 800-585-1051. We're talking New Year's resolutions. Do you still do them? Huh? Do you still set New Year's resolutions each and every January 1st? Let's discuss. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Yeah. Steady calling my phone. It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you're just joining us, we're talking New Year's resolutions. Do you still set New Year's resolutions? January 1st, do you new body, new me, new year, new me, stop smoking, stop drinking, I'm going to eat better, I'm going to be healthier, I'm going to travel more? Are you that type of person? Let's go to the phone lines. Hello, who's this?
It's Chris in Atlanta, man. What's good?
Chris, what up, man? Do you still set New Year's resolutions?
I most definitely do, man. I most definitely do.
Okay, why?
In short, I did 17 years in prison. And really quickly I learned the value of time. So every year that I'm free, before we get into it, me and my wife, or just sometimes myself, I sit down, we establish goals, get into it. It helps us value our time and really get a blueprint of how we can, better maximize it going forward.
Okay. All right, thank you, Chris.
Yes, sir. Can I do a quick shout out real quick?
Go ahead, bro.
Shout out to my students. Me and my wife, we got a vocation. It says Get It Straight, Class Players Beauty Institute here in Atlanta. We got a 100% graduation rate. And shout out to Chris Styles, Break Beat Media, Trapping Anonymous, for allowing me to tell my story from prison to principal, man. Check it out. 17 years of prison. Came home making the best of trying to tell the story of us all.
Okay, thank you, brother. Hello, who's this?
Hey, DJ Envy, Charlamagne the God. This is Shamai from North Carolina. I'm from Durham, North Carolina. I'm a student at North Carolina Central University at HBCU. How about that?
Hey, Shamai. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm so blessed to talking to you guys this morning. So about the question about the New Year's resolution, of course, I have a New Year's resolution. I'm trying to get rid of all the people who have been fake to me in 2023 and get rid of them in my life and move forward with the positivity, because we ain't getting younger out here, DJing and being Charlamagne.
At all.
Okay. All right. Well, when does school start? Because I know y'all on break, right? When does school start back up?
Yeah, actually, school starts today. This is the first day of class. I'm actually a mass comm student. I actually have my own radio show and stuff. I look up to you guys. I listen to you guys all the time, and I appreciate what you guys do for the culture and everything. I really appreciate that.
That's love. All right. So what time does your show come on, right? Because it's
my show comes on Wednesdays from 12 to 2 on NCCU AudioNet. My Instagram is Shamai Cook TV, SHIMEICOOK TV.
What you be talking about on there, my brother?
I be talking about culture, HBCU stuff, stuff going on around, pop culture. I have a guest co-host every, spreading the love to different people on campus who you got to promote stuff. We got the HBCU kings and queens and the royal courts and SGAs, and we got a lot of people that deserve the love. So I try to spread the love as well, because my show is the #1 on the network.
There you go.
So I try to spread the love. So I'm trying to be like you guys. I know you guys don't have interns as much as you do. So I'm trying to be like you guys, in my own life.
Well, thanks, Shamai. We appreciate you. Good luck with the show.
I appreciate you, Envy.
All right,
hey, Charlamagne, how about them Cowboys?
You already know.
Oh, Shamai, I can't talk to you anymore. Goodbye, Shamai. Damn it, man. Hello, who's this?
This is Tazel from Dayton, Ohio. What's up?
Hey, Tazel from Ohio. We're talking New Year's resolutions. You still set them?
Yes, absolutely. I feel like people who New Year's resolutions need to stop it. Let people elevate it how they want to,
So what's your New Year's resolutions?
My New Year's resolutions is to collaborate more. I started a media group with my friend last year, and it's just been going up. So I really like the feeling of collaboration and doing stuff with friends.
Okay. Well, have a good one and good luck, and keep collaborating. Keep busting ass out there.
Thank you, bye.
All righty. All right, what's the moral of the story, guys?
The moral of the story is just like the young lady said, man, do you, boo? All right? I'm not here to knock you. I'm just here to, let you know when you don't follow through with your resolutions that you was lying to yourself the whole time.
All right. Well, when we come back, we got your rumor report. We got to talk Jonathan Majors. He's on Good Morning America today. They're going to play a clip of it this morning and the rest of it later on this evening. And we're going to get some of that on, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Good morning. We are back.
I tell you one thing, man. It's one thing to be on vacation. Like I was in the beautiful country of Zanzibar. I was there throughout the whole holidays. It's beautiful to be on vacation, man. And I love vacation. But the worst thing about vacation is when vacation is over. And you got to come back
to reality
and deal with the nigga net. And deal with the worldwide nigga net. Can y'all make a New Year's resolution to disconnect from the worldwide nigga net in 2024?
I think people should.
I think for your own emotional and mental well-being, you should. Okay?
Yeah, I think people should.
Because we are.
But what part is making you feel that way?
I had to take my fish oil pills. No, I'm just saying. I just feel like we're in an era where, truthfully, nobody cares about the truth when the lie is more entertaining.
Yeah, I mean,
and this is going to be one of those years, especially being that it's a presidential election year. You got all this AI technology.
Yeah.
Misinformation is already running rampant. By the way, it's not even that misinformation is running rampant. Sometimes the information is right there for people, but they don't care about the facts of the situation.
No, they don't want to read. They just
care
want to
about
read the
their
headlines.
feelings,
or their feelings.
Or their feelings. Like people care about their feelings more than they do actual facts. This year is going to be, it's going to be hell to pay for how we have conditioned people over the last several years with the internet.
I was talking about this over the break, and I was like, it's bad now, but can you imagine 10 years from now? I don't see it getting any better.
You're going to see it
because when what people put on internet, people believe it. Like I'm looking at people's Wikipedia pages. That's just people just make things up, and people actually believe.
Well, yours is true. It says yours is a gardener.
I'm not a gardener, but go ahead.
You definitely started off as a gardener.
I was not a gardener,
but no, it's gonna be really bad this year. I can't be optimistic with y'all and tell y'all that everything is going to be okay. I have to let us know what it is that we're going to be facing. We all have to be prepared for the onslaught of misinformation that is going to happen in 2024 because it is a presidential election year. And I really pray that something catastrophic doesn't happen because of social media, like some Orson Welles War of the Worlds type madness. If you don't know what Orson Welles War of the Worlds is, do your Googles.
It might come up wrong.
What do you mean?
You Google somebody, it might come up wrong.
Basically, if I remember correctly, Orson Welles was a fictional story about somebody who was doing a radio broadcast, and he was telling people that we were being attacked by aliens, which we just saw last week. We thought we were being attacked by aliens in Miami.
They said that was a shadow.
But here's my thing.
They said that was a shadow. See, that's some more fake news.
But when I saw the story, I'm like, in an era where people pull out their phones for every damn thing, there's 8-foot, 10-foot aliens walking around the mall in Miami, and nobody pulled out a cell phone and recorded it.
They said that was a shadow.
Not one person.
See, now, if somebody...
But the fact that we even believe that, you just in this era, you think all you're going to see is an overhead camera shot from a helicopter?
Yes.
Come on, man. Stop.
But you know why? Because somebody like you posted it on your Instagram and said, are there aliens? So people be like, see, I knew there was aliens.
That's not what I said. What I actually... You want to read the caption?
What did you say? See, I didn't read it. I just seen the picture and I was like, see?
You're not even practicing what you're preaching.
You're right.
You just out here reading the headlines too.
But I didn't believe you.
Let me see the caption I wrote. Because I don't even remember what I put.
What'd you put?
I put, now y'all know not too many people on this third rock from the sun believe in extraterrestrials like I do. My brain looks around at this planet and views all the diversity of life that exists here and says there is no way all these billions of galaxies don't have the same diversity of life. With that said, there is no way this story is true. Simply because y'all record every damn thing nowadays and not one person pulled out their smartphone, a 10-foot tall alien walking around a mall in Florida, and nobody captured anything on their Apple products. Maybe they trying to distract us from Cat Williams' Club Shay Shay conversation. Or maybe Cat Williams' Club Shay Shay conversation is trying to distract us from the aliens. Or maybe the Cat Williams' Club Shay Shay interview had people in the mall so distracted that they were too busy watching clips that they forgot to record.
See?
That's what I said.
I didn't have time to read all that. I seen the
That's
picture,
your fault.
and I seen Charlamagne said aliens are around, and that's what I believed. All right, well, when we come back...
Y'all niggas deserve whatever y'all get in 2024 then.
We're talking Jonathan Majors when we come back. Your Rumor Report's next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Jonathan Majors.
Rumor has it. Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
I'm gossiping.
This is the Rumor Report.
I mean, I guess we on the Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
All right. Well, Jonathan Majors sat down with Good Morning America, and he talked about so many different things. They played a clip of the interview this morning, and they're going to play, I guess, the rest of it later on this evening. But he talks about why he did the interview since the guilty verdict.
Why did you decide you wanted to talk now?
I felt like it was time. A lot has happened in my personal life, in my career, in the culture. It's about responsibility and coming forward and being brave and giving my part of the story.
Your reaction to that verdict?
Shock. I was absolutely shocked and afraid. And I'm standing there, and the verdict comes down. I say, how is that possible? Based off the evidence, based off the prosecution's evidence, let alone our evidence. How is that possible?
You have to do a whole Good Morning America sit down for 2 misdemeanors. It was 2 damn misdemeanors. But they was running the promos all weekend with the dramatic music and the tears and everything for 2 misdemeanors.
But even though it was 2 misdemeanors, he lost a lot for these misdemeanors, right?
Man, and here's the other thing I don't understand about Negroes, or just people in general. I don't want to say Negroes. People in general. Why would he be talking in an interview but not talk in the courtroom? Why wouldn't you take the stand to testify and defend yourself? But after the verdict, you want to do an interview.
Well, I'll tell you why.
I don't understand that.
Because like he said the evidence showed that he probably didn't need to, and he thought he didn't have to.
So why not take the stand? But my thing is, why not take the stand? I don't understand why we
His lawyers probably told him not to. He probably thought he didn't have to.
To me. We care way too much about the court of public opinion nowadays, and that makes no sense when you're in, court with criminal charges. You should care about what's going on in the court of law, not the court of public opinion.
He probably thought, like he said, that the evidence wasn't really against him, and he thought he was going to win, and he wouldn't have to talk, and he didn't want to talk himself into it.
Your hair looks stupid too. I just want to throw that out there. Where's Cat Williams to talk about your man unit?
Now let's talk about
that. Just distracted the hell out of me. You look like one of them Beatles off the first Super Mario Brothers. Remember the first Super Mario Brothers, the little black
Back
pieces?
to Jonathan Majors. Now, he also talks about what actually happened.
She says inside the car, you hit her in the face, twist her arm behind her back, fracture her middle finger.
Yeah. That did not happen.
How did those injuries come about?
I wish to God I knew. That would give clarity. That would give me some type of peace about it.
But you're confident you didn't cause
I have no question.
Surveillance video shows Majors getting out of the car, followed by Jabari, whom he then puts back inside the vehicle. What happens next is what the defense remains focused on. Majors runs off, and Jabari chases after him.
If you watch those videos and you reverse that, and you saw a black man chasing a young white girl down the street.
Come on now.
Screaming and crying.
Come on now.
That man is going to be shot and killed.
Come on now.
In the streets of New York City.
Should have said that on the stand. Should have took the stand and said exactly that.
I told you, he thought he was going to win. He had the evidence, and I'm sure him and his attorneys and his law team and they thought they were going to win. They didn't think they had to take the stand.
when the consequences are as severe, not as far as a jail time. The consequences that he was facing weren't severe in that matter. But I'm talking about as far as like his professional career.
Correct.
Take the stand.
Now he also talks about remember that one line where he said, "Be more like Michelle Obama." Well, he discusses that.
He should.
The prosecution also played audio Jabari had recorded earlier in the relationship, where Majors encouraged her to act more like Coretta Scott King and Michelle Obama.
I'm a great man, a great man. I am doing great things, not just for me, but for my culture and for the world. That is actually the position I'm in. The woman that supports me needs to be a great woman.
There are some who question, especially in the black community, as you're probably well aware, that people were saying, well, why was he telling this woman to be like Coretta Scott King and Michelle Obama?
It was me trying to give an analogy of what it is I'm aspiring to be. You know, these great men, Martin, President Obama, and trying to give a reference point to that. One of the things I also say is like, I need her, in that case Grace, to make the same sacrifices that I am making.
What is this new laugh, man? Last year was snorting. What's this new laugh?
No, this is when he was just supposed to tell the truth and say, hey, man, I just wanted a black woman, man. The milk had expired. The mayonnaise was spoiled. I needed a queen. I was tired of walking these red carpets. Black Twitter and the nigga that be on my head about being with this white woman. I can't be with this white woman at this stage in my life. I need a sister. Okay? Dr. Umar be on my ass. Do you know who Dr. Umar is? He should have looked at right now. Do you know who Dr. Umar is, ma'am? Okay? If you ain't never had Dr. Umar on your ass, you wouldn't understand. I needed me a queen.
Well,
simple as that.
Totally against
there you go. Dr. Umar should have been representing him in court. I guarantee you Dr. Umar would have got him off. Y'all gave the I don't know if Dr. Umar.
We got him more time.
No, he wouldn't have. Dr. Umar don't practice law, but boy, if you can represent yourself, then you can have Dr. Umar represent you, damn it.
Then he also talks about what he accepts responsibility for.
Do you feel you're not responsible for her injuries at all?
I shouldn't have been in the car. I shouldn't have stepped out of the relationship. I shouldn't have been in the relationship. If I'm not in the car, none of this is happening. If I leave the relationship, none of this is happening. If I'm man enough or brave enough to say, I want to see somebody else, or I'm done now, I'm not in that car. We're not here.
That's real.
I'm responsible for those things.
But none of her injuries.
I can't say that. None of her injuries.
Proving my point. He wanted to be with a black woman. He wanted to be with who he's currently with now, who is the queen Megan Good. And he just couldn't tell her that. But he should have let her know the milk had expired.
Jesus.
Do a little sniff. This milk ain't no good no more, man.
All right.
I gotta move on.
All right.
Okay, I got to go. That's all he's saying. Oh, and he should have just told the truth on Good Morning America. I wanted to be with a black woman. I needed to be with a black woman at this stage in my life. Okay?
All right.
All right?
Well, he's going to be sentenced on February 6th. His attorney feels like
he already got sentenced.
No, it says February 6th.
Oh.
And he said he is unlikely he'll have to serve jail time. And that is your
With two
report.
misdemeanors? I would hope not.
Nah, well, you never know.
Boy, there's somebody out there riding in the car with their white wife right now, and they side-eyeing her. They riding in the car with their white girlfriend right now, and they side-eyeing her right now. Right now as we speak.
All right.
Damn. Don't let this mess up y'all happy interracial homes, man. Okay?
All right. Well, that is your rumor report. Now, who you giving your donkey to, man?
Man, we need the overridden to come pronounce nothing in 3 weeks.
All right. We'll get to that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Your execution on the donkey of the day is something to behold.
Is it a read?
He gave me donkey of the day, and I deserve it.
People need to know.
Well, you need to tell them.
I am.
Because you have the voice. Tell them.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
It's a read, but you're so good at
You're
it.
trying to be a fake ass Charlamagne. You only want Charlamagne to
Damn, Charlamagne, who you giving donkey of the day to now?
Okay, Taylor. New Donkey of the Day intro for the new year. Dropping the clues bombs for my niece, Taylor. Somebody was working over the holidays. Donkey of the Day for Monday, January 8th goes to Deobra Redden. I think I'm pronouncing that name right. Never seen that name before. It's like Deborah, but with an O in it. And it's a guy. You know, Deobra is 30 years old. I'm assuming he's in Las Vegas because this happened in Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. And he's a 3-time felon. And he was at his sentencing hearing last Wednesday, and the judge denied him probation. He was being sentenced by Judge Mary Kay Holthus in Clark County District Court after he was convicted of attempted battery with substantial bodily harm. Now, the judge must have been fed up with him being a repeat offender. Like I said, he was a 3-time felon. Because she said to him, I think it's time he got a taste of something else. Because I just can't with that history. Yo, that's wild if you're a 3-time felon and the judge tells you, I think you need to get a taste of something else. What is that other thing you want him to taste?
Yo, shut up, man.
Right? Or Deborah didn't want to wait around, or Deobra didn't want to wait around to hear what this judge had to say. Let's go to CBS 8 News now for the report, please.
Off the top tonight, it's the video everyone across our country is talking about. A defendant attacking a judge right as she sentences him. That short video raising so many questions tonight, and we have some answers. Our sources say the judge is doing okay. Her courtroom marshal has a serious gash on his forehead. And that man who attacked her behind bars tonight. And new tonight what that man said moments before this attack.
Based on my criminal history, like I feel that I shouldn't be sent to prison for a second time.
Have you looked at your criminal history?
I actually just I looked at it.
When you lived it, I suppose.
If it's appropriate for you, then you have to do what you have to do.
And it appears that is what she was going to do. In fact, it would be a return for prison. Tonight, the 80s Now investigators learning Deobra Redden served a year in prison for domestic violence. It's one of several similar cases in his past, including when he bit a woman. And just last year, the same judge, recovering from her injuries tonight, sentenced Redden to probation for attempting to break into a home and shattering a door.
Deobra said, I'm not going to taste nothing. Now, to be fair, it's quite possible Deobra was just trying to throw himself on the mercy of the court. Because when I first saw the video, I thought it was fake. I thought somebody threw like a dummy of a man at the judge. That's how airborne this human Deobra was talking. I mean, Ja Morant. Mm-hmm. I mean, Michael Jordan in the 90s. Dr. J in the 80s. I'm talking Vince Carter's dunk of death over that 7-footer in the 2000 Olympics. This man, Deobra, was the reason that R. Kelly believed he could fly. He must have drank several Red Bulls before sentencing because he truly had wings. Now, I don't know if the judge said to him, please approach the bench, because if she did, you can't be upset at how people choose to approach the bench. His approach was to use a professional wrestling aerial technique. I was born in 1978, so I know a descendant of Jimmy Superfly Snuka when I see one, and Deobra is that. And that is the other thing I want to talk about today. Wasted talent, okay? With what we saw this man do, the speed, the agility, the ability to go airborne and still land on his target. Why isn't he a luchador? Huh? Why isn't he a performer at the Universal Circus? He could be doing the high-flying trapeze. He could be doing hurdles in the Olympics, pole vaulting, high jumping. Hell, he could be a stuntman on Hollywood movies. There's a million different things he could be doing with the skill set he showed us in this courtroom. Now, I don't know what the 3-strike law is in Las Vegas. I don't know if there's a 3-strike law that applies nationwide, but I really need to know how much time he was facing before he decided to suicide dive on the judge, and how much time the judge plans to give him now. Because here's the thing. If the judge denies your probation, and then you decide to dunk on the judge the way LeBron James did Paul George last night, then you are proving to the judge that she made the right decision. And now whatever number you was going to get is probably going to be replaced with a word, and that word is forever. Okay, they are going to put this human under a prison because somewhere along the way, nobody put their arm around this man. He was only 30 years old. Nobody put their arm around this man and told him he had potential. This man just didn't develop an 82-inch vertical leap, people. All right, he had that. I bet you at 4 years old, he jumped straight up from the floor to the top bunk of a bunk bed. And nobody said to him, hey, you should do something with that. This young man should have been using that athleticism early when nobody was paying him any attention to see that he had all this athleticism, and he went to a life of crime. Always remember, every human life contains a potential. If that potential is not fulfilled, then that life was wasted. Please give Deobra Redden the sweet sounds of the Hamiltons.
Oh, now you are the donkey of the day. You are the donkey of the day. Yee-haw.
So he did a year in prison before domestic violence. Mm-hmm. And he was saying that he should get more probation is what he wanted.
Correct.
Whatever the charges I'm hearing, it don't sound like he was going to go to jail for life.
No.
When you do things like what he did, that's when you're going to jail for life.
Correct.
When you know it's over, that's when you just say YOLO
and just go out.
You know what I mean? That don't sound like a YOLO effort situation. He was going to get some time, but not the time he about to get now.
That's right.
Not the time he about to get now.
So he's the only one that got donkey? The bailiff didn't get donkey for stopping him?
That's my point. You can't couldn't stop him.
The prosecutor?
Nobody? That man is a force of nature. That's how I know he was destined to be a world-class athlete. When Ja Morant goes airborne or when Giannis is coming down court, you can't stop them. You can only hope to contain him.
He was on top of that judge for a minute, too.
You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. You know who used to say that about all the time? Michael Jeffrey Jordan. You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him.
Are you trying to say that his skill level and Michael Jordan's skill level is close to each other?
Hey, the athleticism is there. I ain't seen too many people with that type of athleticism in my life. Okay?
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey of the day.
Think about all the sports he had to do. Running back, because he had to break all the tackles to get to the bench. Then skydiving, right? He had to jump over the air, to jump over the bench to get to the judge. Then boxing. This man went from a football player to a high jumper to a boxer in a matter of seconds.
That's good.
We ain't never seen no athlete like that since Bo Jackson. Since Deion Sanders. What are we talking about here? Come on, man.
How old is he again?
30.
Oh, no, he's too.
Come on, man. This man is a top 5 athlete of all time.
Top 5 athlete of all time?
Easily.
Bo Jackson's Deion Sanders?
Easily. This man
Tom Brady, Michael Jordan, LeBron James.
Think about all the skill sets. Football to break tackles, track to have the speed, high jumping, and boxing. He was, come on.
So now he's Mike Tyson, too, and Floyd Mayweather.
This man is a top 5 greatest athlete.
All right. Well, let's open up the phone lines. Let's ask a serious question.
Deion Sanders, Michael Jordan, Deobra Redden, Bo Jackson. Who's the 5th? Who would be the 5th? Those are my 4 top athletes of all time.
Let's ask a serious question. 800-585-1051. Do kids even go to church anymore?
How the hell we get to here?
He's missing church. This kid is missing church. Now, this is actually something that was trending yesterday. I seen Plies posted yesterday. He was asking, do kids even go to church anymore? 800-585-1051. That is the question.
Yeah, kids still go to church. You ain't see them in Atlanta swag surfing?
Yes, I did.
You ain't see them in Atlanta walking it out? Kids still go to church.
But I think with church, it's even with me and the family.
There's a lot of different ways to attend church.
I turn it on TV now.
Yeah, I was watching Sarah Jake Roberts on YouTube. Well, actually, I was listening to the good sister Sarah Jake Roberts this morning on YouTube riding into work. Her sermon from yesterday, Stay in Your Lane.
Let's ask the question. Do you bring your kids to church?
But I ain't no kid. I'm 45 years old.
But you have kids.
Yes,
do you bring them to church? Or do you watch on TV?
On YouTube. Sunday morning. We always at the Potter House on Sunday morning.
Let's talk
Sunday
about
morning,
it.
But the Potter House in Dallas. Sunday morning, we at the Potter House.
It's easy.
On YouTube.
That's right.
Absolutely.
800-585-1051.
Salute to my Bishop T.D. Jakes. And I hate what y'all niggas did to Bishop T.D. Jakes over the holidays, but I digress.
All right. We'll talk about it when we can see you ain't got a dress. You can wear your pajamas. You can sit there and eat food and watch it. That makes sense. Let's talk about it. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. If y'all talking about it, you know we talking about it. It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. If you're just joining us, we're talking about Plies. Shout to Plies. He posted something yesterday about, do kids still go to church? Do kids even go to church anymore? That is the question. And that's a good question because it's, church has changed. It's not your typical form of church where you have to go get dressed and go to church anymore like my grandmother used to make me do every Sunday. Now things are a little different. Like for myself, have my younger kids been to church? Not really in that type of form. We watch it on television, but we don't actually go to church. We don't go to a physical church. We watch it on television.
I didn't go to church growing up. I grew up Jehovah's Witness, so we went to the Kingdom Hall on Saturdays and Sundays. And maybe that's the reason I do not like going into places of worship now. Not saying that the Kingdom Hall wasn't great, but see, the problem with the Kingdom Hall was they used to have Thursday night book study or Bible study, which was what it was called. So that means I used to miss Cosby Show, Different World, Martin, Living Single, had to record all of those things. So, I've always felt a way about that. But, I'm very spiritual. So I tap into the Potter House every Sunday, and I'll put it on Sunday mornings in the house and watch, Bishop T.D. Jakes or Sarah Jake Roberts or Torrey Roberts. I watch them preach every Sunday, but I don't physically get up to go into a church on Sunday mornings.
Yeah, Creflo
or any place of worship.
Is on heavy on Sunday morning too.
Creflo Dollar?
Yeah.
What the hell is you talking about? Creflo? You said you watch Creflo Dollar?
He's on TV as well. I see him on as well.
I thought Creflo Dollar passed away.
Let me check.
Man, Creflo Dollar not here, is he? No, man. I'm not tripping. Hold on, man.
Creflo Dollar ain't died. No, I see him he's on every Sunday. I was like, maybe it's repeats. I know it's not them to repeat. Oh. Every Sunday morning he's on.
Who passed away? One of them passed away.
Jesus Christ.
I don't remember. I'm sorry, Creflo. I didn't mean to do that.
You just killed off Creflo like that?
One of them passed.
Creflo's on I knew Creflo was on every Sunday morning. Every Sunday morning, I get up and I cook. Is Creflo Dollar or T.D. Jakes?
No disrespect to Creflo Dollar. I haven't heard that name in a long time.
He's on every Sunday morning?
Yeah, I haven't heard that
name
in a long time.
And I think it's like Channel 4 or Channel 5 early in the morning he's on.
Yeah, I haven't heard that name in a long time.
All right, well, let's go to the phone lines. 800-585-1051. We have Ashley on the line. Ashley, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, we're asking, do kids still go to church?
Yes, my daughter is 7, and she's been going to church with my grandma for about a year, and she loves church.
Oh, you don't go with her, though? You don't take her?
No, I drop her off. I get mine on YouTube. My grandma goes to like a real old church. Like, they still singing songs out the book. So my daughter loves it. I can't take it.
Okay. You can't. Why can't you take it? What don't you like about it?
It is. I'm ready to go to sleep. It's a little too much for me.
No, I'm with you.
I need to be relatable.
And if it's a Baptist church, it's about 3-4 hours on a Sunday.
Yes, and she's gone all day, so I love it.
Time out. You said something just now that's very important. You said you want your church to be relatable because I saw everybody being highly upset over what the church in Atlanta was doing for New Year's Eve when they had people swag surfing and walking it out.
And I love it.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with that either because the Bible says you got to meet people where they are. And to me, if you're saying that swag surfing and walking it out is wrong to do in the church, then that means that it's just wrong to do. Period. And we don't feel like that, right?
Crazy. But they'll say something about that, but then they'll let their kids twerk on TikTok though.
Exactly. I'm with it.
Marlena.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Marlena, we're talking about, do kids go to church? You take your kids to church?
I do. I try to get them to go to church. It's just hard for me because I used to live a wild life, and I actually found God in prison. So I've been out 3 years, and I'm trying to get them to go, and they looking like, Ma, this ain't you. And I'm like, it is me now. So just by the way that I've been behaving and acting and, living, my daughter, she's with it. She's like, yeah, whatever you do and I want to do. My youngest, he's 16, so he's not really into it. And my oldest is 30, and he ain't going.
Hey. Well, I'm going to tell you something. This is actually a great conversation for us to have because we all going to have to get back to the basics. And by the basics, I mean, getting closer to our Creator. Because I think there's going to be a lot of things that happen this year that we're not going to have any answers for. And the only thing that we're going to be able to do is turn to a higher power. So, whether you're going to church or the mosque or the synagogue, whatever it is, you're going to have to find, some place to worship to get back closer to God.
Absolutely. We got Dupree on the line. Dupree.
Man, what's up with the DJ and Charlamagne? How y'all doing?
How you feeling? Talking about church.
Man, I'm feeling.
Do the youth go to church, Dupree?
Yeah, most definitely. Hey, we still take our kids to church, man. Every Sunday, me and the kids go to church. Sometimes I'll be looking like a single father at church.
Why? Why you be looking like
your
a
wife and your girl
don't
go?
Man, she don't want to go, man. So but for the most part, it's about me and the kids, and making sure they get God and they know God is first. So I don't think watching it on YouTube is really the answer. You know what I mean? I think they need to be interactive. But shout out to Potter House, like you said, Charlamagne, because we're gonna be down there for the leadership Summit with TD Bishop Jakes, March 21st through the 23rd. So make sure I get y'all tickets.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. I love the Potter House, man. I call them the first family of faith, man. Bishop T.D. Jakes, Torrey Roberts, Sarah Jake Roberts. I get a lot of messaging from, all three of them. I get a good word from all three of them. Like the sermon that Sarah Jake Roberts did yesterday, Stay in Your Lane. Woo! Listen to that to start your year off.
800-585-1051. This question comes from Plies. He was talking, do the youth go to church? Do the kids, do you still take your kids to church? That is the question. Let's talk about it. 800-585-1051. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Steady calling my phone.
It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you're just joining us, we're asking, do the kids still go to church? Do you take your kids to church? Do the youth still go to church? That is the question. And we got G on the line. G, good morning.
Hey, good morning. How y'all doing?
How you feeling? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Maryland.
Okay, Maryland. Now, we're talking, do you still take your kids to church?
Okay, I don't take my children to church anymore, but that's in the last 2 years since COVID had came. Mm-hmm. We haven't gone back. However, I do know that kids are not going to church anymore, and that lack of spiritual foundation has affected like morals, ethics, just even respect codes. I've been a high school English teacher for 22 years. They are not going to church and have no interest in it. They have more interest. The parents are really tired. That's what it is, because that the generation of parents before them did not teach them maybe money management, so they're working hard. Mm-hmm. And so we put iPads and iPhones right in front of our children, and our children prefer TikTok. They rather waste time.
Yeah, I will say this. Everything's in tradition, right? And my grandmother was in church every Sunday. Rain, sleet, or snow, it didn't matter. And we didn't have an option. We didn't have a choice. She made us go, and we had to go. And we had to sit there that whole, like I said, it was Baptist, so we stayed there 3-4 hours. And if they were baptizing people that day, you were in church 5-6 hours. It was a long thing. And then when I got old enough, like I just remember being in church for 5-6 hours, and I'm like, I don't want to go for 5-6 hours, so I stopped going. And then it became easy when you could watch it on YouTube.
Oh, by the way, 5 or 6 hours is ridiculous. That is another reason I love Sarah Jake Roberts. She keeps it short and to the point. Her sermon yesterday was about 72 minutes.
But I mean, it's back.
No, but
the first Sunday was always that long.
Mm-hmm. It's more than learning about religion for 5 or 6 hours. It's about how to sit still for a long length of time, how to give honor respectfully, how to greet your elders. Those are the things we forget we learn in church.
Yeah, it's about fellowship. Right. Yeah, I get it.
Fellowship, exactly.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. Listen, I don't have no problem with the church. I love the church. I'm just not getting up on Sunday morning to go. Also, but I'll tell you one thing. If I lived near the Potter House, if I lived in Dallas, I definitely would be in the Potter House every Sunday. Yeah. Because I've been to the Potter House before. I've gone there, and when you feel that energy, when you feel that fellowship, man, there is nothing like it. I've never experienced anything like that, in a place of worship. So if I lived near the Potter House, I'd be in the Potter House every Sunday.
Yeah, only problem is taking 6 kids to church, getting them dressed and everything, and oh man, that's a long time. See, back then, my grandmother would just pop me, and I would just shut up.
I mean, it's a good Sunday morning thing to do, a good Sunday morning routine. I guess that's the other thing too. Like, you have to have, pastors and churches that make you feel like I have to be here.
Correct.
On Sunday morning. Like, I personally haven't felt anything like that in New Jersey to make me want to, go to church every Sunday. There's a place we used to go back in the day, though. I can't remember where it was. Me and Alicia Renee and Roxy Diaz, when we all lived together in Prospect Towers back in like 2010. We used to go to this one church that was pretty dope in Jersey. I can't remember the name of it, though. Let me text Alicia, Roxy, and ask them.
Yeah, and see, our church was in Brooklyn, so that's an hour drive, and then an hour. That's a lot. All right, let's go to one more caller. Hello, who's this?
This is Kiara.
Hey, Kiara, good morning. Where you calling from?
San Antonio, Texas.
Texas, okay. We're talking about church. Do you still take the kids to church?
Absolutely. Every Sunday. My kids are at church every Sunday. I think the better question is, do the parents go to church? Because if the parents go to church, then the kids go to church.
That's real.
And they don't have an option, right? Yeah. Like, who gives the option for their kids? Like, hey, do you want to go to church this morning? Get up, we're going to church.
You right.
Hey, stop shaming us, man.
Yeah, there was no option. It was like, get your ass up, put your clothes on, and be downstairs in 20 minminutes.
No,
you right.
She just shamed us because she right. You damn right. The kids don't go to church because we don't go to church.
You right.
You right. You absolutely right.
And sometime on Wednesday, we're going to church. It's not an option.
It's not an option. I'm with you. Once again, I promise you I would go to church every Sunday if I lived near the Potter House. Because I love what Bishop T.D. Jakes does. I love what Sarah Jake Roberts does. I love what Tori Ray Roberts does. I would be at the Potter House every Sunday.
But Kiara.
Charlie, you can find a church home close to your...
Oh, your phone going in and out. All I heard you say was, Charlamagne,
She said you could find it. No, she didn't say you were fine. She said you could find a church near where you live. That's what she said.
Oh, I know. I've done that. I've gone to churches around the area. They don't captivate me like that.
Okay.
But Kiara,
you gotta go where you're comfortable. I get that.
Yep.
Kiara, Victor Wembanyama is playing on Sunday. So it's either church or the Spurs.
It's church.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Mama. All right. Thank you, Mama. What's the moral of the story?
The moral of the story is, man, everybody needs to find some place to worship. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, this year right here is going to be a year like we've never, ever, ever experienced. And there's going to be so many things that are going to be out of the realm of our understanding. And all we're going to know how to do is get back to the basics and submit our will to our Creator. So, you know, God will meet you where you are in order to take you where He wants you to go. And we're going to need our Creator this year. Trust me when I tell you.
All right. Well, when we come back, we got more rumors. We got to talk about Charlamagne's family member. We got to say congratulations to her. And also, we got more Jonathan Majors. Was he suicidal during this whole time? Well, he speaks some more on Good Morning America. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
All of this for 2 misdemeanors and a white woman.
The Breakfast Club.
You know what I noticed, man?
We are The Breakfast Club. Good morning. We're back
live.
The
Breakfast Club.
Good morning. What did you notice?
I knew this for 14 years. This is our 14th year.
Yeah.
It's 2024.
Yes.
And all last year, we were rotating guest hosts for a whole year.
Correct.
And I thought we was going to come to a decision. I thought we was going to come to a conclusion about who the new guest host was. I thought we was starting 2024 with the third throne filled.
I thought so, too.
Oh. Okay.
What happened?
Never mind then. I don't know. Do we ever know anything?
No.
I don't know. We'll see. Let's go to the rumor report.
Let's go to the rumor.
Rumor has it. Rumor has it.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
I'm gossiping.
This is the rumor report.
I mean, I guess we on the Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
Right. All right, back to Jonathan Majors. All right, but wait, it gets worse. All right, Jonathan Majors, this is his first interview with Good Morning America. We played parts of it in the last rumor, but there is more. All right, now he talks about if he was suicidal during all of this that was going on and him losing everything that he's lost.
Were you suicidal?
The ideations of removing myself from situations permanently is a thought that I've had, since I was a kid, since I was a young boy on the farm in Texas, it's not there anymore. I've done that. I'm doing the work to keep it at bay and make sure it's not there anymore.
All this for 2 misdemeanors and a white woman. I mean, I can understand why, I guess he would feel that way because you work so hard to get into a certain position, and then, right when it seems like things are about to take off, situations like this happen. But what I would tell that brother is, man, you still got your life.
That's right.
And it's not going to be the end for Jonathan Majors.
Right.
I don't think so anyway.
All right. He also talks about his relationship with Megan Good.
Through it all, Major's new girlfriend, actress Megan Good, has remained by his side, even present for our interview. How would you describe your relationship?
Well, she's an angel. She's held me down like a Coretta,
Man, you gotta stop.
I'm so blessed to have her. The relationship is still fresh, but I think I found her.
What is Jonathan Majors' obsession with Coretta Scott King, man? Jonathan, you gotta stop. We gotta stop this. We gotta stop doing this, because you know what happens when you do stuff like this? You put people's expectations way, 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 way too high. Like, we not looking for Megan Good to be Coretta Scott King.
They're not married.
And you not Martin.
They don't have family. They just started dating 2 months ago.
Y'all are in Hollywood. Y'all act. Like, we got to stop acting like what we do is so important. Like, you're just in the entertainment business. What you do, Jonathan Majors, and what Megan Good does provides people entertainment. Well, what Coretta Scott King and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. did actually changed the world.
Well, he also talks about getting a second chance in Hollywood.
You think you'll ever work in Hollywood again?
Yeah, I do. I pray I do. But it's God's plan and God's timing.
For those who say, look, he's convicted at this point, what would you say? I mean, do you deserve a second chance?
Well, I think I do. I hope other people think that.
That's an odd question. Why doesn't that brother deserve a second chance?
He does.
Yeah, 2 misdemeanors. Like he got caught up in a bad situation. Why wouldn't he deserve a second chance? Like, what kind of question is that?
He does.
Does he deserve a second chance? Yes. How many second chances have these white actors gotten when they effed up and done way worse things than Jonathan Majors did? There's actors in the Marvel universe right now, the Jeremy Renners of the world. They messed up. They got other opportunities. Why wouldn't that man deserve a second chance?
He definitely does.
Jesus Christ. The only thing I need him to stop doing is referring to Coretta Scott King for every damn thing. You want the white woman to be like Coretta Scott King? You say you Megan Good as your Coretta? Like, cut it out. Like, stop doing that. That is what we need Jonathan Majors to stop doing immediately. Okay?
All right.
Jesus Christ. Bernice King, somebody need to send out a tweet. Jonathan, stop referencing my damn mama in regards to your love life. Okay?
All right.
Please.
And we got to say congratulations.
Boy, imagine the picture him and Megan Good going to take on Martin Luther King birthday next week.
Shut up. It's going to be black and white. It's going to be black and white. You know he got the outfit. You know he got the clothes.
He already got it laid out on the bed. Him and Megan Good got their outfits laid out on the bed ready to do a photo shoot for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I guarantee you the pictures they put out on Martin Luther King Jr. Day are going to be hilarious.
That's next week, right?
Next week.
Next Monday. All right, watch.
Hey, instead of Martin Luther King Jr. on y'all party flyers this year, promoters, put Jonathan Majors. Put Jonathan Majors in black and white. Okay, for all your Martin Luther King Jr. parties, I don't want to see Martin on none of your flyers. Put Jonathan Majors in black and white, please.
All right.
Okay?
All right. And lastly, we got to congratulate Charlamagne. He's a brand new uncle. That's right.
What was you talking about?
Yup, your cousin Halle Bailey and DDG just confirmed that they had a son. So congratulations to Halle Bailey. Drop a bomb for her.
Congrats to DDG and Halle Bailey. What I said? Halle Bailey. Yeah,
Halle Bailey.
Congrats.
Yeah, she wrote, even though we're a few days into the new year, the greatest thing that 2023 could have done for me was bring me my son. Welcome to the world, my halo. The world is desperate to know you. So congratulations. And DDG talks about Halle being a great mom.
Me and Halle had a baby together. I wouldn't have chose no other person in the world to have a child with. We learning. She's a great mom. She's amazing. Being a new dad it's been a great experience. It's been very, very fun. Another thing, I seen him come out. I was honestly scared because I was like, man, I'm probably not going to see this again. So I went down there and I looked. It was the craziest I ever seen in my life, bro. I have a newfound respect for women. I don't plan on showing his face, or, she don't plan on showing his face. It's just too priceless. He's great looking. He's a beautiful baby and healthy baby. Thank the Lord Jesus Christ. That's all, that's all that really matters.
Yeah, I don't think y'all understand how much every time I hear about a black woman having a baby and the baby is healthy and the woman is healthy, how much I rejoice. Because, the maternal mortality rate among black women is severely high. I think it's like nearly 70 deaths for every 100,000 live births. And it's like 2.6 times to 3 times the rate of white women, regardless of income or education. So whenever I hear about a black woman having a healthy baby, having a healthy birth, I am ecstatic.
That's right.
So salute to Halle Bailey and DDG. Congratulations.
All right. And that is your rumor report. All right. Now let's get to the mix. We'll see you in a sec. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. All right, we're back. Vacation is over. I just want to salute the whole family, man. I had an amazing 3 weeks at the crib. My mom and my pops was there. It was just all family, man. We did so much at the crib. So salute. I know Logan's heading back to Miami right now for school. Maddie heads back, I think, the end of this week. So just want to salute. I had a great time. And I know you was out in Zanzibar.
Yeah, I was out in Zanzibar, man. I like to bring in the new year on the motherland. Last year I was in Ghana for New Year's. This year I spent the whole holidays in Zanzibar, Christmas, New Year's, everything. And I just want y'all to know they lied to us about Africa, y'all. Okay, I be trying to explain that to my daughters, the propaganda that the West used to put out there about Africa. When we thought about Africa, we thought about the kids with the big stomachs and the flies on their face, but Africa is a beautiful, beautiful place, man. Ghana's a beautiful place. Zanzibar's a beautiful place. I've been to Johannesburg. That's a beautiful place. Yep. But we had a ball, man. They say God visits everywhere else, but he lives in Africa. and I believe that when you go to parts like Zanzibar. And it just makes you realize that, we don't have time for small talk because, you go over to these other countries and these other countries are really tapped in to what we're doing here. Like I told y'all earlier, the biggest radio station in Zanzibar, Tanzania, the biggest show is called Power Breakfast. Wow. And, from what I was told, it's because of Breakfast Club and Power 105.1. I don't know if that's all the way true, but that's what they told me.
Sounds like it, yep.
So, yeah, man, salute to everybody in Tanzania, Zanzibar.
All right. When we come back, we got the positive notes, so don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. It's time to get up out of here. Our first day back. You got a positive note?
I do, man. Remember, God never sends you into a situation alone. God goes before you. He stands beside you. He walks behind you. Whatever situation you have right now, be confident because God is with you. Have a blessed day.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?